And it kind of goes on to this broader question in society. Should women have choice on who they sleep with, right?
Hello, hello, hello. My name is Mrs. Lamb. This is Coffee with Mrs. Lamb. I have my coffee right here, and I hope you have yours too. And look, it has my logo on it. My husband made it for me. It's awesome. I love it. Um, Come on down and take a seat with me. Right over here. Right over here. And let's get started. So today I wanted to do something a little bit different than I usually do. I want to react to a YouTuber called Just Pearly Things.
Oh no.
I have been avoiding watching this certain influencer. I have been avoiding her like the plague because I do not like rage bait, and I feel like a lot of her content is rage bait. She just wants to get women angry and get them going, get them talking in her comments. I feel like she gets men really upset, and they feel hurt because of their past experiences with women, and so they comment and they're angry, and then the women and the men are fighting in the comments, and that's how she gets her clicks and engagement. I really feel like that's her secret to how she stays relevant. However, this video, the title caught my attention, and I'll show you the title and you can see for yourself. I haven't watched the video yet. We're gonna watch it together. If you see me looking down, I'm gonna be taking some notes so I can kind of keep track of my thoughts and feelings as we go along. So let me just show you guys the title of this video. Just take it in with me. Take it in. Read the title. It's confusing. It's inappropriate. I don't even know what to make of it. So let's watch the video and find out.
What up, guys? Welcome to my coffee talks. Today I have a black coffee with half and half and sugar-free syrup. So today
First of all, she's having coffee. I approve. I approve of the coffee, okay? Coffee talks are always okay. They're always good. I love having a conversation over coffee, and that's what we're having right now. We're having a conversation, so let's go.
I want to talk about how women go through post-nut clarity after they have children. So a lot of men say that their wife changed after they had kids. And I'm going to talk about this topic with a little bit more empathy for women. A lot of times as women, we cannot help how we feel. We can help how we act, but we cannot help how we feel about things. And there are times when it is damn near, it feels impossible to control your emotions as a woman. There have been...
Okay. Yes, women tend to be more emotional than men. We're built different. However, men have feelings too. Men feel things. Humans feel things. Humans cannot control how we feel about something. However, we can control how we react to something. And men and women decide to react to certain stimuli differently. That's just how we are. And that's okay as long as you are reacting in a way that is not destructive. React in a way that is communicative to the person that you are upset with. React in a way that will produce a positive outcome. Don't just explode. Men feel too. I don't know what she means. If men have feelings that they can't control, they just react a little bit differently than we do sometimes, which can be good and it can be bad depending on the situation. Men and women are different, and that's okay.
Times in my life when I've been in a relationship, right? And I really, really thought I was right. And in my head, I'm like, I am completely right. Men don't really complain. They don't really talk about their point of view. We don't really hear them out a lot because men, one, they're not really listened to and they're kind of on if they complain. Sorry. But two, they just don't complain in general. And when the guy finally gave his point of view,
Now, I do agree with that. I do think that a lot of the times men do suffer in silence. Either they feel like they cannot complain about their situation, or they feel like if they do complain that they will be seen as a weak man. And so they just tough it out and they just work through it and suffer in silence. And that's sad. I'm sad that that's how we have created our society. But like I said, men and women are different, and how men approach things and how women approach things is different. And sometimes that is how a man decides he needs to deal with his problems. He just needs to tough it out. And yeah, that could be good, that could be bad, just like with any other situation.
I realized I was being the right? I realized, oh, I'm wrong. But in that moment, like, I really felt like I was right, you know? And there are times as a woman where, like, you're almost like there's a hamster wheel going through your head where you wonder, you're like, and me being like the most self-aware woman ever.
Sure, Jan.
It's still difficult for me, right? Where I'll be upset or I'll feel a certain way about something and I'm just like, is this my emotions talking or is this valid? And you literally don't know. Now, when women have children,
Miss Pearl, if you are having times where you feel like you can't tell, am I just being emotional right now because I'm tired or I'm hungry, or is this a valid crash out? Did this person truly do something that was hurtful to me? Write it down. Write down how you're feeling. Write down what the person said that made you feel that way, and let it go for now. Return to that the next day, or after you've eaten, or after you've had a nap, or whatever, after you've taken a couple deep breaths, and ask yourself, was I just a little bit oversensitive? Was I just tired and that was just the last straw? Or is what that person said really hurtful? Was it really rude? And what they did, was it unkind? And if you feel at that point that what they said was truly unkind, then go approach that person with a cooler head, with being calmer. Say, you know what, I was hurt by what you said. It made me feel A, B, and C, and go from there. Don't explode. Don't just react in the moment. And as you practice this way of handling your emotions, you will find yourself being able to tell the difference between true unkindness and you just being a little bit sensitive.
Women go into marriage wanting the marriage to work out. I think it's kind of silly to say that women are like hoping to get divorced. But at times, we as people just want something so bad and we don't realize why we're doing it. Like, for example, I think the things that men do subconsciously to get sex, like they'll be in the friend zone for years, subconsciously helping a female friend in hopes of one day getting just a little bit of it might not even
Ew, I hate that word.
be conscious, like in their head, right? Women have the same thing with marriage and children. So being low status as a woman is like death to us. That's how it feels, right? And as women, it's actually helpful to realize that's what everyone's vying.
Okay, she just said that for a woman, being low status is like death to us. What's low status? What actually is low status? Is that being poor? Is that being single? Is that not having a certain dream job? Is that not having a super hot guy? What exactly is she saying low status is? Because I honestly feel like as a woman and as a person, maturing is realizing that you have to be content at every single point in your life. If you are not content as a single person, you will not be content as a married person. If you are not content and if you do not find peace when you have less money, when you have more money, you will just have more problems. You will find more things that you need to spend on, because what you are doing is you are taking this person that is not content with who they are, and you are bringing them, you are that person. You are bringing them into a marriage. You are bringing them into a new job. You are bringing them into a new financial situation. And what you will find is that you are just as unhappy when you are wealthy as you were when you were not as wealthy, when you were poor. You have to figure out that I am okay as I am here. I'm okay. the grass is not exactly greener on the other side, it's just different. And with that new area of life will come more problems. And if you do not deal with your emotional states as a single person and you drag that along into the marriage, it will just get bigger. It's the same with kids. If you and your spouse have problems before you have kids, the children, once you have the kids, they do nothing but magnify problems that you already have. Kids do not make a relationship easier. If you're thinking of having a kid because you guys are going through a rocky spot in your marriage, do not do it, because kids make things harder. Work through what's going on in your marriage before you drag kids into it. Work on yourself as a person before you drag another person into your life and marry them. You have to be okay as you are. It's the only way to make marriage and raising children work. It's the only way.
So it's not as important as you think, right? Like getting married, that's higher status. Having a child, that's higher status. I know there's the argument that the right-wing e-girls to gaslight us say, oh, well, no, it's not, not in this society. No, it's higher status to marry a hot guy. So women, in order to achieve that status, the hamster wheel runs. And when the, clock starts winding down, it's more and more likely that our hamster wheel is convincing us we like a guy. When a lot of times we really don't. And the same way, a lot of you guys, not a lot, but because most men don't have this.
And if you're wondering if you just like a man because he's attractive, and you're wondering, well, maybe I just like him because he's hot. If you're having that thought, evaluate that in your mind. Ask yourself, is he going to be a good father? Is he polite to his parents? Is he good to his siblings? Is he a good, reliable friend? Is he kind? Is he gentle? Does he listen? Is he understanding? Does he take your feelings and thoughts into consideration when he's deciding on what he wants to do next? You have to ask yourself those things. Ask yourself, is this a person that I can build a life with? And if the answer is no, if he's unreliable, if he lies, if he doesn't treat people with respect, if he's rude, ask yourself, is this somebody that I can actually build a life on? Because all attraction, it fades. It doesn't matter how hot a guy is. If he starts treating you like garbage, he will stop looking attractive to you. And that's because the beauty that's on the inside radiates out, and the ugliness on the inside radiates out. And so however that person acts, that's how you will see them as your guys' relationship progresses. So make sure that he has these positive building blocks in his life before you go anywhere with this man. That is the only way to make sure that you guys are going to have a successful relationship. Otherwise, it's going to fall apart, because you're building a house on sand. It's going to fall apart.
Choice, but a lot of men will think they like a woman. Like, they'll really think that they like a woman. And then they'll hook up with her and realize, I don't actually like this woman.
That's another thing. Stop hooking up with people, because hookups confuse you emotionally. When you're hooking up with somebody, it's a lot harder for you to determine whether this person is a good fit for you, because you're not thinking logically. You're thinking with your body. You're thinking about how attractive they are, how they feel, how it feels when they touch you. Stop hooking up with people, because you need to be able to think clearly. And this goes for men and women.
For us, we don't know if we like a guy until after we have his baby.
Women don't know if they like a guy until after they've had their baby. I'm not sure if she's getting statistics to back up her claims about this. However, a lot of the times after you've had a baby, and I've talked to a lot of other moms, and I've had my own experience. I've had 2 kids with my husband, and your hormones are all over the place. You are not thinking clearly. You are sleep deprived. You're learning how to take care of this new little being. You might be breastfeeding. You might be formula feeding. Everything is new. And so for the first couple of months, have patience with your wife because she is figuring out a lot. She might be more irritable. She might be healing from a C-section. She's still figuring things out. And if she's acting a little off, the best thing that you can do is to help her get some rest, to take shifts with the baby so she can get some sleep, to see if there's family and friends that can help her while you're at work. My husband did that. He got his sister and his mom and friends and family to come help me while he was at work. He was very supportive and loving and kind and understanding as I figured out my little baby, and he was there helping me through every step of the way. And because he was so kind and patient and understanding, I became even more attracted to him than I was, before when we started dating. And it can be that way. It can be a beautiful thing. Just be patient because every single woman is different. She might get postpartum depression. Have empathy for her because giving birth is one of the hardest things a woman can do, and it takes a lot out of you. It's hard. So give her some time to get things sorted. It's hard to stay attracted to a man after you've had a baby with him and he's not helpful. If he doesn't help you with the baby, if he's not caring and understanding and patient with you and loving, and if he's acting like, oh, that's your kid, it's your problem, and not helping around the house more, not doing those certain things, you may have a feeling of the attraction fading because in your head you're thinking, oh, the father of my children is not reliable. And when a man is not reliable, it's very, very hard to stay attracted to him. So keep those things in mind.
And that's when it changes. It's like once the person gets what they want. Now, this kind of transitions into a lot of people. I'm kind of undefeated when it comes to e-girls, except Brett Cooper half, and I'll explain it. I sort of predicted, I thought Brett Cooper, when she initially got married, that she wouldn't embarrass her husband and she wouldn't go, crazy and do all that stuff, right? But I predicted differently because of her behavior at the Daily Wire. So Brett Cooper, this seems off topic, but it connects.
Okay, disclaimer, I am 100% not aware of the drama between her and Brett Cooper, so I cannot comment on any of this really, and I am not chronically online, so I don't feel like I need to take the time to do any research on whatever drama this is, because this is not the point of recording this video.
Wait, when she got a position at the Daily Wire. Now, Brett Cooper, I had to do it all on my own. I had to become a YouTuber without the help of a big media corporation, and I had to get famous on my own. This included DMing a bunch of people to come on my show. I did my own makeup, not that I wear much anyway, but she has no idea how much work was done for her and how she is not special or awesome or different or anything. It was all done for her. Just like...
Okay. Pearl. I don't know where you're going with this, but I am sensing a little bit of envy. Stop focusing on what other people have or how successful other people are, because it doesn't improve your situation at all.
That's how I feel about the women that signed on big media companies. I'm like, you just have no idea how much work they did for you. So when she got what she wanted, which was fame, right, you kind of get to see what her character is. Is she going to be loyal to the people that helped her get there? And you saw her after crash out on the Daily Wire, but women like Brett Cooper, they're the worst, and I'll tell you why. Because what they do is they gossip behind the scenes, right? She had her mom and her friends gossip about the Daily Wire. They have the friends do the dirty work while they play innocent. It's the biggest... I grew up with women like this. So when she got what she wanted, I changed my opinion on if she...
You're literally gossiping about this person to thousands of people while complaining about women gossiping.
So what happens to women like her, she has her kid now, she has her marriage. Now she starts changing. She starts she never 2 years ago would have did that horror photo shoot, right? The little dress that, like, she would have put on her sundress and pretended to be a traditional woman. But now she got what she wanted. And I think as people, right, it's kind of blinding. A lot of times, one, we're not honest with ourselves about what we want. We don't know what we want. And we don't realize subconsciously a lot of the things we're doing is in order to get something. So a lot of times women like Brett, I don't even know if it's conscious. Like, I think it's like in their hindbrain, right? And you see this with men and a lot of their female friends. Like, I don't think they're consciously thinking, oh, I need to get laid. I'm going to dedicate this amount of hours. Or their need to be liked, you know. There are certain men that have such a need to be liked and approved of that they just allow everybody in their life to walk all over them, you know. And I don't know if they've ever sat down and thought it out and said, why do I keep doing this? Does that make sense? And there's certainly been instances in my life where I didn't realize why I was doing something. It was because I wanted something else, right? So, I don't know, are we following today, or am I too all over the place?
You're all over the place. You're all over the place.
So anyways, that happens with women when we get married, right? It's not that women have this grand plan, although I'm sure some do, right? It's that sometimes what we want overshines. Sometimes we want the marriage more than the man, and we don't realize it till after we get it. And it kind of goes on to this broader question in society. Should women have choice on who they sleep with, right?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
And I compare women and men's love to what I believe God's love should be to his, I believe is to us.
Wait. Huh? Did she say what I think she said? Wait, hang on, let me rewind.
In society, should women have choice on who they sleep with, right? And I compare women.
Should women have choice with who they sleep with? Are you serious? Are you serious? She did not say that. That was such a foolish thing to say that I don't even think I need to comment on that, because we know that was a dumb thing to say. I have been avoiding her like the plague because I do not like rage bait, and I feel like a lot of her content is rage bait. She just wants to get women angry, and women have choice with who they sleep with. Do you want somebody to marry you off to a complete stranger, or force you to sleep with somebody that you don't know, tell you it's just for your own good? Do you want that, Pearl? Is that what you're saying? You're a woman too. My goodness. Okay, that was just wild. I was not expecting her to say that.
Women and men's love to what I believe God's love should be to his, I believe is to us, and what I believe a father's love is to his children. Mothers have a very controlling love. So, mothers, if you do something nice for your mom, or if your mom does something nice for you, she holds it over your head forever. They never stop it's almost hell on earth accepting favors from mothers, because they'll hold it over your head. Where fathers, they go to the ends of the earth for you and they'll never mention it again. They'll never hold it over.
Okay. I am sensing some inner turmoil that has to do with her mother. She has not forgiven her mother for something that happened in her past, in her childhood, in her relationship with her. And she has grasped onto that so tightly that she has decided women are the enemy. It doesn't matter if she's a woman too. Women are the enemy because my mom hurt me. And she's taking it out on all of us. On all of us. My mother never held anything above my head that she did nicely for me. My mother was a giver. She's still here. but she would give and give and give and give and never expect anything back. And she's still that way. She's loving and she's kind. For you to just put that on all mothers is crazy. Okay, so your mom hurt you. And that's something that you need to unpack with either a therapist or in prayer or to God. That's something that you need to deal with. Your mom hurt you, and I'm so sorry that happened. But that's not all mothers, and that's not all women. And just like men don't like us to say, oh, all fathers abandon their children. That's what they do. Like, you don't want to hear that, because not all fathers abandon their children. Not all mothers are as cruel to their children as your mom was to you. And I am so sorry that you're hurt. I see now. She's hurt. Okay, this is coming from a place of anger and frustration with her, with the women in her life. And I'm seeing that now. Things are starting to connect. I'm kind of figuring her out a little bit.
Over your head. They will not, I understand there's some controlling fathers, that is a thing. But in my experience, fathers just want good behavior. And over a certain age, they do want you to have choice, right? And they want you to love them freely. And if you don't, you don't. Where mothers, it's like they have a controlling type of love where they get mad at you. They crash out if they don't get their way. It's just like hell on earth. And that's just the type of love they have. And so the most pure type of love is where it's like a non-controlling love. You can stay or you can go at any time. Anytime you can come or go into my life. That's like a love out of like desire and not obligation. And I think that's what God wanted for us, right? He put us on earth and he said, you guys can love me or not. And unfortunately, most people on earth chose not, right? We're living in like hell on earth. It's like, I mean, there's OnlyFans models in the street. I mean, it's like the devil's world, right? So, but God said, I want this free type of love. And I think that's kind of what men did with women, right? So men, before there was religion, societal obligation, all this stuff, and they said, we're going to take all that away and see if you really love us. And it turns out most women don't. And so the question is, do you want a controlling type of love where the wife has to stay even though she would rather not? And if it was up to her, she would ruin your life, right? Or do you want a love that's only there? Or would you prefer like a free love? And everybody wants women to like them. Like everybody wants women to like men they don't like. That's like all of society's problems is women just can't bring ourselves to like men we don't like. And when you give women choice, we choose the same men. It's like a circle. But then if you force women to be with men they don't want to be with, what tends to happen is they torture those men, right? They don't actually want to be there. Any of you been in a marriage where the wife really like obviously doesn't want to be there? She tortures you.
Wow, that was a lot. That was a lot. She needs to stop saying women, because this applies to men too. If a man feels like he's unhappy in a marriage, he will just shut down. He will be rude. He will not be helpful in the home. He will avoid being home at all times because he doesn't want to be in this marriage anymore. And basically torturing the wife as well. People do this. It's not just women. Men do this too. Bad people and hurt people do bad things in marriage and hurt their spouse. This is not just women related. Men do this too. Men do this all the time. She's just generalizing women in this huge category, lumping them all together. We need to stop generalizing an entire group of people based on the bad actions of some. Well, some women are awful, but it's not all women. Just like it's not all men. There are good, kind, loving, understanding women that will be there for you, be loyal to the day that she dies. And there are men who are good, kind, understanding, hardworking men who will be loyal to you to the day that he dies. If you let your mind be filled with this kind of thinking, you will never find that person, because you are going to be blinded with hatred, just blinded. And you will find yourself alone and angry and bitter forever. Did not enjoy this video one bit. It was interesting. Wasn't my favorite. I probably will not be watching another Just Pearly Things video. That was plenty for me. Thank you guys for sitting through this with me. If you agree with me, disagree with me, let's talk about it in the comments below. Let's be respectful and have a conversation. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.